What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video. So I've been looking around a lot, stalking kinda to find some cool stuff to bring you, and this was really hard for me to find, and I was looking for it. So chances are you guys who aren't looking for it won't know just yet. I think it's interesting. It's pretty new. No other YouTuber has done this, I don't think, except for in a few days, obviously, when everyone sees the video and takes it, but nobody would do that, right? Anyway, let's get into this. It was Medler who said it, and he's one of the lead designers. So basically, any change in League has to go through him. If you wanted to delete Yasuo, for example, I'm sure many people do, you'd have to get it past him, but this change is basically doing that anyway. Now I am talking about 10 bans, not the 6 we have right now, and for our ranked games, not just pro play. Medler talked about 10 bans in pro to start with, how he thinks it's been pretty successful, a lot more diversity and strategy he thinks because of that. He does say that the same format is going to work its way into tournament draft custom games so teams can actually practice it more if you wanted to scrim. This is where it gets interesting though. Regular match-made games will use a different 10 ban system. Number one, that actually finally confirms there will be 10 bans in solo queue, and number two, that it's going to be a different system to what pros have. So if you're sitting there like, nah, Fire, you're full of crap, then I got you. Further down, he is more specific. Somebody asked the question, 10 bans coming to ranked draft or just tournament draft? Medler's answer was 10 bans for ranked. Yes, though it will have a somewhat different format, and for starters, all bans will be up front. So this is really big for two reasons. Everybody is most likely going to get a ban now. All at the start, 5 bans, 5 players each have one. That just makes sense. Number two, in the LCS, you have 3 bans, then 3 picks on each side, then 2 more bans per side. One of the key things here is actually you ban the 3 most OP on each side, but then each team can grab 3 semi-OP or strong picks left open before the last 4 bans come in. In solo queue, this would not be the case, so all 10 would be before the picks. That means the 10 most overpowered champions are instantly gone. There's no chance to grab those 4 that were missed in the first 6. The biggest problem with this is solo queue is not LCS. I know some people take it as seriously LCS, but it's not. Professional players are paid to play all day, every day. They have big champion pools and they can play different things. In solo queue, a lot of players climb the ranks by just playing 1 or 2 champions. The Yasuo one trick can only play Yasuo, and now the chances of that being banned are so much higher. Right now, you've got to choose, right? Most players are going to ban LeBlanc, Rengar, Kha'Zix, Camille, for example, because they are worse than Yasuo. You give us 4 more bans though, and I'm pretty sure Yasuo is going to fit into one of those. That is the issue. If you one trick like even a semi-popular champion, your chances of playing that champion have just considerably gone down. It also means that if you play an annoying or a hated champion like Yasuo or Zed, they might not be the most overpowered, but that is really annoying to play against. Just any champ that people hate to play against, the chances that they have a spare ban and will remove it are also so much higher. I'm not sure what you guys think of this. Obviously, we don't know the full details just yet, but I know some writers actually watch my videos, and maybe now is a good time to really let them know if you do or you don't want these bans. On the good side, right, the game is less dependent on overpowered stuff if this happens. It's not going to be as likely you just lost because the enemy team has Camille or a pick that's too strong. Like, for example, Camille is super strong. She's really relevant right now too. There have been a lot of games where the enemy team has got Camille and they're just so strong that you can't really do that much again because the player is good at Camille and Camille is a very strong champion. Having no agency in the game, so basically having no deciding factor on whether it's won or lost, you just feel like that pick is too strong and there's nothing you can do about it. That really sucks. Players also, in theory, will have to improve at the game. They'll have to play more champions. I guess this is a good and a bad thing. Like, one-trick players are not going to enjoy this at all. But actually, if you play more champions, you will just improve as a player anyway. It might not be the fastest way to climb, but at least you'll be a better player at the end of it. But if you already play a lot of champions, then this is actually a good thing for you. You're probably going to climb faster because these one-trick players are learning new stuff. They're going to be playing stuff they aren't as good at. It's really simple, but in theory, if you're playing the champion you actually know how to play and they're playing a champion they're not that comfortable on, you should have the advantage, right? The bad side of this though is there is less chance to play your champion, less chance to play a champion if they're strong as well. This really might take the fun out of the game a bit more if you only enjoy a few champions. Like, if you are a Yasuo main, not because he's overpowered, but just because you really enjoy the champion and suddenly you can't play that champion, are you really even going to play League anymore? I know it's a bit drastic, but a lot of people only play this game for 1 or 2 champions that they really enjoy. Like, people one trick all the time. It's so common. Going up to 10 bans might mean that if you play a semi-popular champion, you one trick them, then you're not really going to be able to play that anymore. As I said before, having to learn new champions might actually be a pretty bad thing. Like, if you're a Diamond 1 Lee Sin main, for example, and then suddenly Lee Sin is going to be banned all the time and you have to pick something else up, you're not going to play the other champions to a Diamond 1 level. Suddenly, even though you're Diamond 1, maybe close to Master Tier or whatever, you're suddenly going to drop to like mid-Diamond because you aren't playing your best champion anymore. Maybe though, just maybe, if a champion is always banned with these 10, then Riot will have to nerf them faster faster, so they'll stop being banned. Maybe. I don't know if this is actually going to happen because it's not just about solo queue, but you'd imagine that if this is going to be permanently banned, then they're actually going to have to address it. I don't know, there is some good, there's some bad with this, I think, and Medler saying bans up front for starters implies there are actually more changes coming than just the 10 at the start, so we'll have to see what they are. I've given you my thoughts, now it's time for you to make up your own mind and see what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and a quick look at the new ban system coming in at some point. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, but for now, let's go to the robots.